Oh yeah, you can't turn the volume up. What, on your computer? Yo, I'm so glad I got an appointment for the barbershop Sunday, boy. This is terrible. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's low as shit. Why my volume not going up?
Yeah. Straight Lines Barbershop. I know y'all got a warrant out for me. I know y'all do. Yeah. Dave, what up, Dave? All right, so I got a couple calls this week, and one of those calls was from a homie who said, he had talked to somebody who been having some issues with baby mama drama, and felt like we should talk about this topic. So I'm gonna see what's gonna happen when he jump in here and see if you want to talk about it. We talk about deadbeat dads a little bit. We ain't necessarily go into that subject, but we talk to single moms. They feel like the other side should be exposed to, because there's some deadbeat moms out there that don't do what they're supposed to do. So I said, yeah, we could definitely talk about that. And then me and you had conversed earlier this week, and you were telling me about a post you had saw, a video you had saw, where, and I think everybody pretty much seen them, where the dudes will be trying to holler at chicks, and the chicks will shoot them down, and then the dudes will be ready to go get into a fly-ass car like a Ferrari or a Bentley, and then the chick change her mind and want to try to holler at them. So, I'm guessing they're trying to pull out to see who's gold diggers or not. So we're gonna talk about that too. I feel like it's definitely some out here that are out to get what they can, and that's it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times like I said, we always hear about the dudes that do it, but we very rarely hear about when the women do that. Hey Dave, you had experience with a gold digger, Dave? Axel, I know you watch. You had experience with a gold digger ever? Oh no. And would it be considered a gold digger if the only time she really wanted to hang out with you was to go out to eat? Would that be considered a gold digger?
I can't fucking hear.
She said, is she a gold digger or a woman you can't afford? I would assume that you can't afford her if you're taking her out and buying her gifts and whatever what have you. Who's that with the wow? I need to go on here. But I mean, ultimately, Ty Galloway. What up, Ty? But so I don't think it's necessarily there's a thing of not being able to afford her, because the people that I usually hear speak about gold diggers are people who are dudes who are well off and have a nice bit of money, or they have a bit of wealth. So I mean, I would assume that they can afford to, take care of them. She said, for starters, define gold digger. Uh, hmm. I would have to say, and I'm gonna say a person. I said, but what amount is considered excess? Well, all right, let me answer Dad's question. I'm thinking a gold digger is somebody who has no intention but to use you to benefit. They don't really care about your well being. They don't really care about, you as a person. They only care about what you can do. So, let me see. Ty said, what amount is considered excess? I guess excess would be considered, I would think excess would be considered anything that's exceeding what you can. He said, past date money. What amount is considered? I don't know. Because I've never been a person that, like, if I asked a woman out on a date, then more than likely I was paying for it. So I'm not. I can't say that I've only hung out with women who only, like I said, I might have, but at the end of the day, like that was just whatever anyway. You know what I mean? But ultimately, like if I ask a woman out on a date, then I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? That's what they say, Leslie. That's what they say. It ain't happy birthday too,
Oh yeah,
Leslie.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. You
See,
know what
can
I
you hear
mean?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No,
But a
you know
gold,
what?
what?
Uh, gold diggers. Exactly what the words say. Most of the females that are gold diggers, from what we started calling people gold diggers from, wanted more than they could afford their damn selves, and ain't had nothing to bring to the table too. That's what a gold digger is. A person that has their own and want more from a dude or want more from a woman is not considered a gold digger because they got their own shit. So they don't need to be digging for gold from you. But when you want the dude with the female with the big house, the big car, and all that nice job, and you ain't got nothing to add to it, and then you try and act like you do and treat people like shit, that's when you're a gold digger. When you have
Okay,
no intentions for the person except for their finances.
but if the dude allows it, is it still like? I mean, I guess it would still be considered a gold digger even if the dude
I'm
allows it.
gold digger no matter how you look at it.
Uh, Ashley says she can ball out or she got to stick with a 2 for 20 when you take her out. Like I mean, ultimately, like when you go out on a date, I'm married, so when I go out with my wife, like wherever she want to eat, that's where we gonna eat at. But like when I used to date, like a lot of times you would let the woman pick the place to eat. You know what I mean? But you don't be and like I never did that. Like, no, we're gonna get on order off this 2 for 20 menu. That's it. No, I ain't never did no shit like that at all. Like, I mean, when you say ball out, like ultimately, if we going out to eat, then I'm gonna make sure I was gonna make sure I had enough to cover dinner. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, ultimately, two people go out and you spend $500. That's a lot of money.
I
But
ain't doing that.
it also depends on the restaurant you go to as well.
I would never
You
do
know,
that.
you know what I mean? Like, but that would be something to be more reserved for your wife or something, or somebody
Right.
that your fiance. Like, that's a you know what I mean? Like, so I get it, but I mean, like I said, if you got the money to spend to do that, you want to take women out and date and spend 500 on dinner, that's up to you. Like, that's your money. I can't count your pockets. You said your a lot of money might not be a lot to her.
That's my
I mean,
point that I made
if
earlier.
she don't have none, if she don't have none and she can think like that, then yeah, I don't need to date her.
If you used to, like, say you used to going out, like, we're gonna say a female for instance. If you used to going out and, like, just say you said you gonna go out to dinner And then you always want to hit goddamn something like Chick-fil-A and all that, or you want to go to Fridays. Don't expect me to take you to a 5-star restaurant when we go on a date. Like, especially if we just met. I'm not. Why would I go out and spend $500 when I wouldn't spend $500 on food with me for myself? And I'm not. I'm not discussing nothing in no pre-dates. If you go out, you gotta be respectable. You got to know that you're not balling like that for yourself. So why would you try to make somebody else ball like that? That's a red flag for me right there off the top. I'm not sitting up there treating you to no five. The fuck, I'm not spending no $500 on no food, and then you don't even like going grocery shopping and spend $500. Nah, hell nah. Now if we get in there and the bill get excessive, like if we in there, we eating, we drinking, and we having a good time, and the time go on, and the bill did get the 500, I ain't gonna hold you. If it's still the first date, I'm still gonna do my manly part, but that's because of the fun set in. But I'm not gonna just sit up there and watch you order some fucking 40-pound lobsters and shit, and you eat shrimp all week. I ain't doing all that. Look, somebody on here wilding.
The YouTube joint. Hold
Yeah,
on,
that
yo.
YouTube shit crazy.
Hold on.
Like
All right,
everything
hold
gotta be so scripted out nowadays when you do shit. When I was dating, I hated it. It was like females calling you up want to know how everything gonna be laid out. I like that old school shit we was doing when you would just date, go out and have fun. Now you got read a certain criteria for everything. Everything got to be this much money spent. You can't spend this least amount of money. The fuck out of here.
You said the super tomahawk steak with the super jumbo shrimp on top.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You don't eat that.
Yesterday you was eating oodles and noodles.
Right. You don't eat that. So now you want it on my expense. And then the worst part about it is not even that. Would you spend that money on me?
Right.
Now, if you was treating for the date, would you want me to sit there and just go crazy and order a whole bunch of shit I don't want or don't eat? And just because I'm there and you treating, I'm gonna go. Nah, if I'm in the mood, if we go to a 5-star restaurant and I'm in the mood for chicken wings, I am going to eat chicken wings. There's no way you're gonna convince me to eat some $500 plate of food with a piece of meat on it this big and some green leaves and some parsley flakes and some shit and some sauce sprinkled on it. I ain't doing that shit. Nah, I don't want that. I'll be hungry. I ain't eat that shit.
But that's why I said I guess it depends on where you are with that person. You know what I mean? Like it's ultimately I think it just comes to preference. Like if you the type of person that can date and spend that much money on a date for dinner, then hey, by all means, do what you do. Like no, I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I said in the first place. I said I'm not taking you to a 5-star restaurant.
You said don't take it to.
Nah,
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
if she ain't
saying.
my girl. It would have to be my girl or like my wife. I ain't dating,
Facts.
just
Big
going on no
facts.
date with nobody and taking. As soon as you say, oh, we're going to see Allen's, and that's a 5-star restaurant. I'm like, nah, I ain't going. Well, I'm gonna need a
That's what
rain
I
check.
heard. That I heard they be having roaches in their plates
Right?
or something.
No, I'm gonna need a rain check. Just
Bro,
cause
I
if
heard
it's a
they bad. I
rainstorm,
heard they. Yeah, I heard they tables
I
be
ain't
having
calling
crumbs
your ass
on it
back.
and shit, like old crumbs. I don't want to go there. No, but I mean, like I said, ultimately, like yeah, if there's somebody I'm just going out with, like it's a first date, and I'm like, where you think you might want to eat at? She's like, let's go Roof Chris. Nah, I don't know that we need to go there on a first date.
Hell
You know what I
no. You
mean?
get out there and might not even like them.
Yeah, right. Look, Denise said that Burt gonna be the same with a $20. with a $20 meal or a $500 meal. Hold on. All right, Leslie. Yeah, I'm ready to post this. See, I like this. The women being honest. I say this: don't take me to a 4-star restaurant on the first date because now you set the expectation for all future dates. Furthermore, I might not
Exactly.
like you after sharing a meal and vice versa. Oh, she said she meant to put 5. Respect. I can respect that. I can
That's,
respect
I mean, that's some dudes get caught up in that too, though. Some dudes are trying to flex out, knowing they can't afford that shit, and take you to some restaurant and do whatever, and be flexing, but then come back and can't do it. You can't do it all the time.
Well, then
So,
I guess it would depend on the dude that she's going out with. It
but see,
would
I'm
depend.
honest though, because I'm gonna be like I don't know how a lot of dudes was but when I was dating, I was broke. Like I ain't have it like that. So I would be like honest, like I was like, listen, if we going out, I ain't spending no $400 or $500 on no meal. I'm like, I ain't even got it like that. Like I was
Yeah.
going through a lot. My life was, but I like whatever was going on with me, I was straight
Pop,
honest. And I'm
Popeye's
still
got an
honest.
8. Popeye's got an
I'm not
8 piece.
we can go to most of the restaurants, but like I said, if I get there,
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah.
I'm letting you know at the break that if I say I'm going on a date with you and I'm like, listen, to be honest with you, I got like $300 to spare on a date. I might say that. Um, or me, I ain't even going to. I'd be like, I got 200 that and that's basically not trying to be smart, but I don't think I would say that while I'm in a better position. Like my life is in a better position right now. I work, you know what I'm saying? I work
And
and
see, that
shit,
was
but
my, and
when I
that's
was
me.
broke,
Like,
I was honest. I was like, I don't have it like that, and I'm serious. I was going through hell, and I'm like, I am not going to. And even when I did have a little more, I was like, I'm not going to go to those extents because there's other shit I got to do. I was just like, nah.
right, and like, if I was dating, I knew I had to have at least 200, 250
That's
with
really
me.
hold up. Let me address something. That's what you didn't listen to what I said at first. I said that a gold digger is a person who doesn't have anything. If you already have your own, you're not a gold digger. But if you don't have it and you trying to link up with and you swear that you only mess with dudes that got money, that got this, got that, and then the dudes say, well, what do you have to bring to the table? And you say, all I got is me.
Pussy.
Basically, because if you watch the show Gold Diggers, that little thing, that's all they ever say. They be broke, they be working dead end jobs and sit there and tell a man to his face while she's sitting in a Lambo that a dude with a 9 to 5 is a bum and he can't do nothing for her.
Right.
That's a gold digger. A gold digger whole intention is to get, basically she's selling herself for money because these females, if you watch that joint, they get in the car with dudes and won't talk to him on the street when he walk up, right?
Right.
They
Yeah,
be
that's
dissing him,
wild.
disrespecting him.
That's wild.
He'll turn around and walk around, pop the lock on his car and get in there, and it's a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something like that, and she'll flip her whole script. Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to talk to you like that. What's up with you? Get in the car, dude. Like where you was going? She ready to go work at McDonald's. But you gonna say that a dude with a nine? I can understand you want more, but if you really pushing this dude, like I mean, ready to give yourself to somebody because he got a nice car after you just wasn't talking to him, you selling your vagina. That's all
You
you
see,
doing because you ain't got shit to bring to the table. You cannot match his grind, or vice versa with a woman. He can't match your grind. But if you already got your own and you say, listen, I got my own house. I got my own job. I don't.
What up, Ray?
If we go out, we going to a 5-star restaurant. If I go to a 5-star restaurant with or without you, I can afford that shit. That's not a gold digger. But a gold digger is a woman or a man who does not have something, do not have shit to bring to the table, but always talking shit about this man can't do this for me, that man can't do. What can you do for somebody?
Facts,
And I
facts.
don't even know how dudes got to the point where $500 for a fat ass and a sexy body is worth it. I'd rather put some rims on a motorcycle.
Nah, like I said, I think it just depends on the dynamic you have with the person. Like if this within like the first 3-4 months, you know what I mean? If this was in the first 3-4 months, then nah, you're not gonna go to no 5-star restaurant. Now, if within that now, because you never know, people fall in love fast. Now, like I said, you never know how it. I guess it just depends on the person. But at the end of the day, if you're expecting more than what you have to offer, then yeah, you could be considered a gold digger.
Yeah,
And
you
if you
got to be having
and I'm
fun.
gonna say this because women gonna say no. Well, she was. It's not about supposed to like him. It's about how her attitude changed once she realized what he had. It's not about she's supposed to like him because he don't have a car. If a man approaches a woman and say, "Hey, miss, how you doing?" and she like, go ahead, you know what I mean? Whatever, whatever. Like I ain't even trying to hear all that. And then she comes back and she sees him sitting in a luxury car, and the first thing on her mind is, "Oh shit, I fucked up. Let me go over here." You know what I mean? Oh, what's your name? You see what I'm saying? Like
Look,
that's what we talking about. You keep focusing on the dude not having no money. And I get what you're saying, but
listen for a second. Look,
what? Are you talking about the video
that's
joint?
the
The dude?
show.
Yeah,
She just be horning him.
yeah. But that's what I mean. Like it's not. And who said that? First year? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's agreed, Al. That's Al Green, yo. Yeah. But I'm not saying she's supposed to like the dude. But if you don't like the dude until you see him sitting in a luxury car, then what would that say? Like imagine you talking to a dude or you trying to holler at a dude and he like, no, shorty, I'm whatever, whatever. And then he come outside and he see you sitting in a luxury car and then say, oh, shorty, what's good? What you gonna say to him? That's you know what I mean? So I get it. Look, the boy said broke dudes be pulling all the chicks.
Look, hold up. Can you hear this? This what I'm talking about. Watch this. She told dude she got a husband. Watch this. She wouldn't even tell him his name. Tell him take his name. She said, I got a husband.
Yeah, whole attitude change up.
That's what I'm saying. Like she wouldn't even talk to this dude. She straight dissed him. And then soon as she say that the soon as she see him go to this car, her whole mood changed. Now she even ready to diss her husband. Some of these chicks be walking, talking on the phone with their boyfriend or husband, right?
Facts.
And then will tell a dude like straight up in his face, like she one chick told the dude, you don't got no money, you ain't got she like how you know I ain't got no money. Like she like you don't even got no necklaces on. They say that shit every time, yo, especially down Texas.
You don't
They
got
be
no
like, you
jewelry
don't
on.
even got no necklace or no watch
You got no
on. So the
jewelry
dudes
on.
don't wear the watch or necklace on purpose. So they'll walk away, get in the car, and total mentality change. It's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous to see.
and that's
It's
crazy. But yeah,
ridiculous
like
to see.
like I said, like it's not about it's not about it's not about what the woman having a certain standard and wanting somebody. Yeah, but at the end, but this is the thing. If you think I'm a bum when you tell me leave you alone, then keep thinking I'm a bum. Keep that same energy when you come out and you see me sitting in a luxury car.
So you don't have no attraction to his face
What I'm saying, no,
until he get in the car.
I'm
He get
on the
pretty
phone
when he
with
got a nice car.
nothing wrong with having a certain standard. Yeah, you can have a standard, but can you achieve that standard for yourself?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with having a standard. I agree. We're not saying that. But and wanting somebody with something, but at the end of the day, what do you have to offer? Do you want that could you go out and get that same standard for yourself?
And we didn't say we did. You don't want no a woman that only has cat to bring cat to the table. We didn't say that. Say we didn't. But if that's all
That's
you
what I'm
got,
saying. Like
you got
she
to
only
expect
hearing,
what
she
you
only
get.
listening to certain
You got to
parts.
keep that same energy.
What I said is, if a woman and this is the climate, a woman can question a man about everything,
Mhm.
everything. A woman can say, "I want a man that make this much. I want a man that's this, and this." What do so you have those things? Nah, I live with my mother. You went to school? No, I ain't go to school. I ain't go to college. I ain't even graduate high school. Where you work? Where you work at? I work at T-Mobile. How long you been working at T-Mobile? Since I left high school. But you want a man that's making six figures, got his own car, got his own house. But these will be the same women that turn around and put up a post about men ain't shit. They'll be the same ones.
I even get the ones that like I don't blame you for wanting somebody that got better, but to that's like you don't have no attraction to them. If I
At
try to
all.
holler at you on the street and you just totally diss me because I don't have a necklace on or a watch, you already didn't look past my face.
Facts.
Any of my features that I have, you didn't already look past that, and you can determine that these dudes have money because they got on a necklace. They could have stole that shit. These chicks giving people play because of what they have. Um, I mean, I get it if you want make a better life for yourself, but what's gonna happen when that's the reason why a lot of people don't get it. You don't have nothing but a sexy ass body, and then you get with a dude that got all that money. That's why he be cheating on your ass, because everybody want him, and everybody wants him. So all you got is your vagina. After a couple pops of that, what the other chick gonna have? She gonna have the first few shots of it too, just like the first time you smoke weed, you want that high. That's what that shit like. Every time you had sex with somebody and you got that money and you can run over top of them because all she worrying about is getting that bread. He gonna keep on doing that same shit to other females,
Big facts.
and it's easy because all he got to do is sit in his car and show y'all that car, and then next thing you know, you up in the car with him. Then you up in the penthouse. Y'all chilling. Then when you up in the penthouse wondering why he ain't coming home because somebody else like this car.
Facts.
Some of them dudes
But
be the most
but
disrespectful people in the world. Treating people like shit. and they'll get a chick until she find out that he a woman beater or he doing some crazy shit. You muted yourself, bro. Yeah, that's all it is. You muted, yo.
My
See.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good. But nah, that's true. That's true. I forgot what comedian, I think it was Chris Rock that said if a man knew he could fuck a woman in a cardboard box, he wouldn't buy a house.
at all.
So that's agreed. 9 times out of 10, the shit that men do and buy is so that women will notice them. That's I'm not denying that at all.
That's true.
I'm not denying that at all.
I
But
don't let shit define me, but that
at
shit
that
is
point,
real.
once them women come around and you allow them to treat you that's on you. So yeah, no, I'm not saying that at all. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's why they sell cologne. That's why niggas buy cologne. We don't buy cologne for us. We buy that shit so y'all can smell it. You know
I
what I mean?
don't
Like,
step out the house without this shit on unless I'm going to work.
word.
There's a way, way big difference than a woman that has standards. Because the ones that are really truly gold diggers, they don't have standards. They will mess with any dude that have money, no matter how he looks, no matter what's going on in his life. There's totally difference. A woman that has standards, even if she broke, even if she broke, she's not going to stand for certain things. I don't care how much money you have. You're not going to talk to her a certain way. You're not going to treat her a certain way. You're not going to act a certain way around her.
Absolutely agree.
A gold digger, shit.
Treat her any kind of way.
Call her ass all type of name. Treat her any kind of way. She gonna get that bag from you later. That's all she worrying about.
Big facts. I agree 100% with that too. That is a very astute. That is a very
That's where you're
astute
getting it mixed up
judgment.
because we're not talking about women with standards. Women with standards, like I said, they could be flat broke. You still not gonna, treat her like shit in public and talk to her any kind of way or whatever. If she making it off low income now and food stamps or whatever, she gonna be fine without you anyway. She was already fine without you. And it goes for men too. Like when I was going through my struggles and I was broke, and it was females like I never been down like that before, but it was females talking to me like I wasn't man enough to get back up on my feet, like I was gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't find another job and rebuild my life. It was like shit can't happen. So when I get back on my feet, I'm like, shit, I was fine without you. So I know I'm gonna be fine once I get my shit back together. I don't need you. You don't define me. My falls didn't even define me. You know what I mean?
Right.
How you come back from that shit defines you.
Big facts.
I'm not the richest person in the world, but I'm damn sure comfortable. I'm all right.
I can dig it. So with that being said, it was another thing. I think Ashley posted it today. You go on vacation with a person of the opposite sex. You take a person on vacation. Is sex a requirement?
I think that shit is. Remember I said earlier, like we always got some type of shit to go with something like. If, I mean, like I don't get what the fuck people be thinking no more. Like we live in a crazy ass society. I mean, if we go out of town, who plans for to sit there and plan for something like that? That's crazy. I'm planning on having fun, going out, whatever, And if that happens, that just happened. You dig?
Right.
But to say that if just because I don't know, we live in some crazy ass times. Because they say the same thing about buying dinner. If I spend this much money on dinner, I'm expecting to have sex with you, all that shit. I'm like, yo,
No.
because you even females will even tell you, um, I had this happen before, several times. We can go, um, like just even if it was down Ocean City. Let's just go down Ocean City and hang out, and the female will come straight out of her mouth and say, "But you ain't getting none." I'm like, we just met first. What make you think I just want to hump your ass? Like, I mean, you fine and all, but you probably got crabs, herpes, any damn thing. I don't know. You probably
Right.
stink. You know what I mean? You probably go over your house and your house trashy. Get down. No, you know what I'm saying? It's like
I mean,
plan the whole thing and then say you ain't getting none. What made you think I was thinking about that? Because that's what's normal now. That's what's shit like that is considered normal. We can't just
yeah.
go down Ocean City and hang out because soon as we get there, the first thing you're gonna think is we gonna have sex. I mean, when we go bed after all the fun said and done. I don't know.
And like, I that's like I said, if you going with somebody that you, like I said, I guess it just depends on the dynamic you got with the person. For real,
Right.
it
And
depends on
what's
the
going
dynamic
on
you got.
what's going on while you there? You feel me?
Right, like if it's my home girl, nah. Like I'm 9 times out of 10, nah. That's not what the. That's not gonna happen. So that's not even planned to happen. You know what I mean? Like I'm going there trying to find somebody else. But like I said, it just depends on. I think that depends on the dynamic.
One thing I don't like is like, how you get somewhere, like you do something like that, and then like all the chemistry and everything there, and then she kissing all on you, you rubbing all on her, y'all doing y'all thing, and then she like, I don't want to because it's the first date. What's different is the first date and then come back and hump me tomorrow or something like that. When the chemistry there, I'll go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you gotta do shit because I ain't forcing nothing on nobody. And if and I don't
Right.
expect nothing from you. If like I said, and I ain't even gonna get upset. I'm just saying I hate when that shit happen. It's like, and then she'll call you up the next day and want you to come over and have sex with her. I'll be like, hell nah. Last night we should have just did it.
Like,
I
and
hate
that
that shit.
okay.
Females do that shit
So
all the time.
this brings about something else I saw today. Somebody had put up a post, and it was from a female, and she said, when you have sex with a
Right,
dude
Leslie.
that's constantly trying to coerce you into having sex, hold on, I'm ready to go find it because I gotta make sure I'm reading this the right way. I gotta make sure I'm saying it correctly, and I don't want to
Any of
be no.
y'all want to come on here? If anybody want to come on here and talk with us, come
Yeah,
on,
catch you
Leslie.
jumping in, catch
It's
where
your
you at.
birthday, Leslie. Come on here.
Yeah, that's right. It's your birthday. You trying to jump in, Lance? But no, hold on. I'm ready to find the actual post itself.
Sometimes the chemistry just hit,
Facts.
and it's just right. And I think you should. Me personally, I like going with it because you don't get chemistry like that with everybody and everything you do. So if we jumping off, I would just be like, yes, sir. Nah, it's the first date, and you shouldn't even be like that. Cause I don't want you to look at me differently. I'm
It might.
looking at you differently now.
No, here it is. Having sex with a man because they won't stop trying touching you. That was my lowest of lows. I don't like to scream rape, would never accuse anyone of that for no reason, but I believe coercion is rape to an extent. I didn't want to do it. I said no so many times, then gave in.
That's true. Go bed, yo. This is educational. You need to hear this from a man's point of view.
Uh, so that's what the post was.
Read
You
it one
saw the
more
post,
time.
Ashley? The post said, having sex with a man because they won't stop trying, touching you. That was my lowest of lows. I don't like to scream rape, would never accuse anyone of that for no reason, but I believe coercion is rape to an extent. I didn't want to do it. I said no so many times, then gave in.
If she
Us,
hadn't gave in, I could consider that as rape. And she keeps saying stop, because I like touching people too. But I'm not. And once you say stop, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I don't know. If she hadn't gave in, and she felt like if she felt like she was trapped and couldn't just say no and leave, I get it. But if he didn't press you, like some dudes, and females too, some people are pushy when it comes to stuff like that. But if you say no, 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 and you try to get up and leave, because after a while you should have been uncomfortable enough to leave. I don't know why you would stay. And if you stay, you actually, not saying you deserve that. I'm not even gonna say that at all. But and you kept allowing it, and then you fell into it. He could have thought that it was like him persuading you, like rubbing you, like you saying no, but your body saying yes. So I don't know why whoever that said that. I don't know why they didn't leave.
well, it was a tweet. It was a tweet. It was a tweet. You know how people make a meme out of a tweet on Twitter and post it. That's what it was. Like, there's nobody that we know that actually happened with. I, for me, and I'm gonna say this because I asked a lot of females this question today. I even asked my wife as well, just to make sure that what I thought wasn't wasn't uh considered like rape culture or whatever. Because like for me is even after you had sex with the dude, if you felt like that, why not press charges? If you still felt like it was low key rape, then why not press charges?
She can't
That's
press charges if she humped the man.
uh, nowadays, a woman can have sex with you today and next week say, I feel like he took it, and your ass getting arrested.
I mean, I can dig it, but if he didn't, she got to prove rape too, though. I mean, he gonna get locked up right up the break, but
So it's women on here, and I'm asking ladies because, like I said, I want to make sure that I get the full perspective.
yeah, he definitely going jail.
Is coercion rape? Is that low key rape? Could that be considered rape or sexual assault? Let's say that. Instead of saying rape, let's say sexual assault. Because rape is, we know what that is. We know what the basis of that is. Is you forcing yourself on somebody.
And once they feel uncomfortable, it definitely is.
You know what I mean? So, coercion. Is a dude constantly pressing you? Is that sexual assault?
With his mouth or with his hands? I mean, touching
I,
you
I'm,
and
I'm,
shit.
I'm assuming that. I'm assuming that from the tweet she was saying that the dude was in the they was in a close position and he was touching on her and kept asking her, "Come on, you." I mean, you know, come on, girl, let me.
Come on,
Like,
man. Let me hit that.
right,
Let me just put the
right.
head
He's
in.
touching her,
Let
whatever
me
have
just.
you. And
Man,
she said
if it was verbal,
she
fuck
basically
no.
said she gave in. I'm guessing just to get him to stop.
Nah, you could have left. Now, if she had tried leaving, he had tried to stop her from leaving. I'm talking about not lawful. Like I'm not talking about like she's saying he could have got locked up by going. You know, she go tell on him and he get locked up. Of course, that's gonna happen. But what I'm saying is, I like as you say, she should have just left. But
I agree
if
with
if
this
she was
Convo
trying to
today.
leave and he didn't want her to leave, or it gotta be more to that.
Dad said it's not rape, but we can't tell her how to feel. I agree. Can't tell her how to feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at what point?
Did
Because
she
like I
try
said,
to leave?
we've seen it happen. Like we've seen it happen on TV constantly. Consensual sex, and then the woman turns around and says, "You know what? It wasn't consensual. He raped me,
That's a lie. That ain't the same
or he
thing.
assaulted me."
Yeah, but that's just a blatant out
And
lie.
we've seen it happen though. And that's why I had to ask that question because of the culture. Like nowadays, yo, you can't do much of like if you ain't married or with that person, like it's crazy. Like, yo, I feel even for women, like they gotta be out here and gotta deal with niggas that's actually out here doing that because they not agree or they taking it. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. But at
Well,
the
that's
same
just like
time,
saying, is it considered rape when you dancing and a woman keep rubbing her ass on your gip?
if you don't want it, then yes, it is
You see what I
assault.
mean?
That's
But who the
sexual
fuck?
assault.
Ain't
If
nobody
you
gonna
don't
come
want her
lock
to
her
do
up.
that, if you don't want her to do that, and you tell her to stop and she continues to, then yeah, that's absolutely sexual assault.
If I go down police department, like, listen, I was at a party, I was dancing, Shorty kept rubbing her butt on my gip.
True
I
shit,
need you to
Leslie.
ain't gonna
That's
lock
true
her
shit.
ass up.
There's actually cases where wives have filed rape charges. That's true. Because even if that's your wife and she say, nigga, stop, I'm done. No, stop. And you still, because you think we
I
married, this
don't
ain't
even know
rape.
why you would marry her if she was gonna tell you stop. I want a divorce. What
You know
happened,
how
man?
it
She
be
keep telling me
sometimes. Man,
stop.
I'm going to tell you like this. Sometimes it just be the moment. You know what I mean? Like she might not be feeling it. Like that's
No,
just the
I get it.
case.
I'm just clowning.
You know what I mean? Right, Ashley, I agree. Even if you married, no means no.
Uh,
Facts. It's all facts. I agree 100%.
but how you like? Uh, even if like if she said no, and that's my wife, I'm gonna be like, damn, babe, like I'm not gonna be turned on anymore. I don't
Right,
care
right,
how
right.
horny I am. If she like no, I'm like, are you serious? She like, yeah. I'm like, wow, she tripping tonight. I'm not even gonna be turned on no more for sex just because she told me no.
And I actually one of my coworkers, she said that she gave in and had sex with a dude because she felt like he was going to he was going to rape her. And she said that. She said, so I did it. And she said, what happened, it wasn't a situation where I could just get up and leave. We was in his car and we was parked off somewhere chilling, smoking and talking. And he kept pressuring and pressuring, and she kept saying no, 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 no. And then she said he kept getting a little handsy or whatever. She said, but she ended up just saying, you know what, yeah. Because she felt like if she had kept telling him no, that he was gonna take it anyway.
See, that
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
But I can't say like I can't say
I
that.
should have catch 22 to me because you don't know what my intentions are just because I'm aggressive.
I,
That don't
I'm
mean
gonna
just
say
because I'm trying my hardest don't mean I'm gonna take your shit.
what I'm saying though is
A can of mace, yeah, keep
she's
some
saying
mace or a
no.
knife.
She telling she like if a woman tell you, because I mean I was single at before and asked the woman, no, let me try. And she like, nah, boy, go ahead somewhere. But after a while, I mean, after a couple times, I'm like, all right, then fuck it. I'm cool. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude.
But
I don't know
like,
how they get like
I ain't
that.
gonna move closer to her and be like, come on, girl.
I mean, I can see
girl.
you trying your hardest, but like if she said no, you ain't turned on by her. Like you shouldn't be turned on.
You
No
shouldn't even
more.
still be turned on and want to do it. Right.
Yeah.
And that was the general consensus on the post, even with dudes. But my question was, I posted, I said, I don't know. And she was like, what you mean you don't know? And I said, because the climate that we're in,
Yeah, everything is touchy.
everything is touchy right now. If you say the wrong thing to a woman, she can say that's sexual assault.
Fucking right.
If you compliment a woman and she can say that's sexual assault. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I
you see
mean?
what she say
So,
when they get mad and get aggressive.
big facts. Oh, she said, if she say no, right, that's right, exactly. But yeah, that's true too, because I saw a post like that in another group where they say how dudes get mad at you when they try to holler at you, and you be like, nah. They're like, oh well, fuck you then, bitch, you ugly anyway, whatever, what have you. Like them type of niggas is pre-rapist type niggas anyway. Like I don't believe that those type of dudes get pussy on consent at all. You know what I mean? Them type of niggas. I don't think that they are. But like that's true too. I remember seeing that.
Oh,
I
there's a whole
remember
bunch of
seeing that.
people say that shit though.
But yeah, like it's it's a touchy subject, and I have daughters. So if my daughter came to me and said, "Dad,"
That's the craziest thing, yo.
I was in a situation and I felt like if I didn't do it, he was gonna take it.
But that's probably saved her from getting her ass whipped too. You know what I mean? She probably feared, so she was like, "I'm gonna give in, cause he gonna take it, but I'd rather let him just take it without beating my ass too." You feel me? So that's
Facts,
kind
like,
of,
and that's real shit. That's real shit,
you
yo.
know what I
And like I
mean?
said,
Or he could have
as
even killed her because he ain't want nobody to find out. You know what I mean? So he could have
facts,
killed her ass.
as a man with daughters, like I said, yo, I pray that they never have to put themselves in a position like that. I pray that they never have to do that, yo. Because I would have killed a motherfucker. And I would do just like this on my mugshot. So,
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
I don't even want to think about that shit because
And it's like that's
uh-uh.
because we dance. So our first instinct is gonna be protect mode, plain and simple.
But see what's fucked up about that shit to me is because if I'm in the mood and I'm trying to convince you, I work hard, but I ain't trying to rape nobody. It ain't like I'm not gonna be trying to get at you if you
Right.
don't
Like
want
it
me.
just at
You
that
know what I'm
point it's like
saying? I don't know how you
we,
get aroused
we ain't
if
supposed
the person
to
don't
have
want you.
sex at all.
Right. Mm-mm. And to hear, stories like that, and I'm like, shit, I was aggressive trying to get at people especially when I was younger, but I ain't touching nobody or taking nothing from nobody, but
Facts.
I guess it's all in how she take your intentions, because I know I never was that aggressive, but I'm just saying in general.
Right. But Ashley said, so can dudes get raped? Was having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma say yes. I feel like yes.
Hell yeah. Women aggressive as a bitch too.
I feel like
Dude
yeah.
just don't enjoy that shit.
But this is where it comes into play though, because what they'll say is, well, he got aroused. If he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't have got aroused.
That's
So
crazy. I don't know how. I don't know how. I can't get aroused off. I mean, I probably get aroused off that. I don't call it rape, but I can't. I can't get aroused if the woman don't want me or she don't want to
right,
touch me.
right, and like that's the thing of it, yo. Like you, as a dude, you should kind of know that. She gonna. It's not. That's not gonna. That's not even no lane to go down. You could basically know that by the conversation sometimes. Now, if she change up, that's different. But usually, like, you should be able to tell having a conversation with a woman, like, if that type of vibe is there.
I seen a video where a dude was trying to leave his girl because she was cheating, and she jumped all on him, start saying that she was gonna say she got beat up and all this other shit, and basically she did all that just for he to hump her, so he did it. You know what I mean? She was like,
Yep.
and had the shit recorded. And dude had sex with her. It was his girl. He didn't want her no more, but she said she was gonna file a report saying he beat her up and did all this shit. So he just laid there and she was riding him, trying to get him back because she cheated on him. Pulled his thing out, jumped on top and started humping him.
That's crazy. Like, but it's crazy that you got women out there like that, yo. You know what I mean? But
I love you. I would never do you wrong. You were just cheating on him.
and it's like that's why I said like the whole culture of right now, like that whole it's murky waters. I'm gonna say that. It's murky waters to swim through. It definitely is. And when you go back and you really, really think about it, and you think about, because that shit really made me think about like when I was single. You know what I mean? Like, was I that dude? You know what I mean? But then I think I'm like, nah, it was never. I was never that pressure dude. Like, you give me some pussy, give me some pussy, give me some pussy, give me some pussy. Like, I was not that dude. No.
Nah, I wasn't that. I tried hard as a bitch.
I would ask politely, but you know,
I even
I was
tried
always,
persuasion.
my uncle always told me a woman gonna say either yes or no, nigga. Like plain and simple. That's it.
But
She
you can
say
see,
yeah,
look, I
it's
ain't
a
mean to
win.
cut
And
you
she
off.
say no, get over it. You know what I mean?
Look at all this shit coming up on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
right.
saying. See how much sex and everything. Every time somebody hack your page or something, they be if they ain't trying to steal something, it's always something with sex. Sex. It's crazy. People send you motherfucking videos all in your inbox of people humping on subways and shit. It's like, I don't know. Everything is over with sex now. Sex runs everything. I still don't know how you, as a grown man, can knowingly that a person don't want you. I don't know how you be aroused because I want to be touched back the whole time we doing something.
Right.
I don't want it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
that shit is about, but like they say, like they always say that, yo, as far as that shit with like that rape assault shit, that shit is
that's
about power.
mental.
Like
Yeah, it's a mental
that
shit.
shit is not about being satisfied. It's about power and intimidation, and they get off on that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
that's
But
true.
but
But you
then
got to distinguish
also
between that shit, bruh.
she could
It's
also
it's
turn
a
around 2 days later and be like, "Nah, nigga, you took that.
yeah, it's a thin
I
line
ain't give you that
between
pussy.
that
You
shit,
took that
bruh.
pussy. You took it. You could have her on video saying, "Oh no, I'm gonna give you this pussy. We ready to do it right now. Get
Yeah,
naked and everything." 2 days later, she be like, "Nah, he took it. He took it. I didn't
it,
give it to him."
it's a thin line between that shit,
You know
yo.
what I mean? And then you got those women. You got those women that'll have sex with a dude, and then so they don't get in trouble by their husband or their boyfriend or their dads. They say that the dude took it. No, I didn't consent. He took. He raped me.
I think the motherfuckers should go jail for whatever time they get. They give a dude for raping. If a girl lie, she should go jail for that remaining time.
Look at the dude Brian Banks.
That shit crazy.
Look at the dude Brian Banks. What he
Ruin that
went through.
man career.
How is that girl not in jail? How is she not in prison right now?
That shit crazy.
That's weird, yo. Like and that's the part that gets it. That's the part that makes it
Right
tough
now.
to decipher. That's the part that makes it tough to decipher through. Because, like I said, man, at any point we live in a time where a woman can have consensual sex with you and then 2 days later feel like it wasn't consensual and have you brought up on charges. Now, whether or not it goes through or not, that's a different subject. But just the fact that that's there, that's your name, that's on your name.
Shit, did you see the one where the boy in college and a girl passed out drunk and humped her behind a trash can?
Behind the trash can.
And they said the
Going to
fucking
prison
people
wouldn't be
said
going to prison wouldn't help them.
right.
It ain't
Help
supposed to fucking help you.
right.
It's supposed to help the public, bitch, to keep you away from them.
He humped her while she was out though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like think of how you gotta be, right? To actually be able to get on a unconscious body that's not touching you, not
That's
kissing
weird.
on you, you
That's
not kissing
weird.
on them or nothing, and then you penetrate them. How do you get hard? I don't
That's
know how
weird
you
as
get
shit.
hard.
That's weird as shit, bro. Like it is.
That's some
They,
deep mental shit, right? Especially if it's a
they say
motherfucker you don't even know.
it's not about sex though.
What's up, Taya?
At that point, it's not about sex, yo. Like that's just you're a weird ass motherfucker. Like, cause like it's like you said, yo, like that's like almost like having sex with a corpse.
Right.
If she passed out, like that's like having sex with a corpse.
And they say
I don't even like
that
Kamala
dude
being
ain't
too.
even spent
I
a
don't even like
drop of
Kamala
time
being
in
too
jail.
sleepy when we do it, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even like Kamala being too sleepy when we have sex, yo.
Now something about waking them up though when you slide it,
That's different.
slide the gip up in the gip.
That's different. You know what I mean? That's different. But I'm saying like, if I know she in this joint drunk as a motherfucker passed out, like I ain't trying to get. I'll wait till she wake up. I'll wait. Cause for one, I don't want to throw all up on me. You know what I mean? And for two, that's just weird as shit. Hold on. Yeah, they did. They blamed the girl for that, Leslie. You're right. They absolutely did. And that's something that happens. A lot of times, the victim gets blamed. The victim gets blamed.
And you know why? A lot of times, them damn dudes will, if they knew it or not, they will get some. They just too fucking aggressive. Like
Facts.
they want that shit right then. The girl probably, a lot of times the females be feeling them. The dude just it's so aggressive. Anything when I was young, anything turned me on. And like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, I might get me something tonight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though, and sometimes, shorty, they would be on it, and sometimes they wouldn't. You know what I mean? But you, like we said earlier, you gotta be able to distinguish between that shit. Because
Facts.
sometimes females do say no to be playing so they can get you work harder, but that don't mean you still like you digging in their ass every 5 minutes if they say nah.
Facts.
It-
That
It's
shit
it's
was,
it's, it's crazy.
and when
Then
you,
they gave so many excuses about that dude that raped that girl. It
yeah,
was I couldn't even I'm gonna tell you when I watched it, the craziest thing about me when I watched that shit, I could not I could not believe the shit that I was hearing. Like I literally was sitting there watching that shit and saying to myself, if that ain't what you call white privilege, I don't know what the fuck is.
oh yeah, absolutely,
Cause ain't no way you gonna tell
absolutely,
me. And the craziest thing is, it's that male shit because they were talking about his family background, how his his family was like this type of people and all that. That don't got shit to do with him. They could have neglected him his whole life, and he could have been he could be a serial killer.
right.
He could be a serial raper right now. That bitch could be running around raping everybody.
See this type of shit. Like, and these niggas be weird as shit. The manager at my Christmas party that be heavy on the supplements and weightlifting was pressing. Yeah, because that shit on like that shit. They not playing with that shit no more, bro. Like these companies is not playing no more, yo. But
Mm.
then, like I said, like that's when you limit how you even talk to you. You know what I mean? You can't even really say certain shit no more. So when you really sit back and look at it, like I said, man, this whole culture, like the waters are murky, bro. Like you got to be able to like you said, decipher through the shit. And you got to know the person that you talking to. You got to know what's going on. Like every 5 seconds,
Man,
yeah, I'm ready to put the rubber on. Is we still don't do it? You sure?
I don't
I'm gonna,
even.
I'm gonna put the rubber on.
Yeah,
I
you
got the
do.
condom on. You sure you still want to do it? We laying on the bed. You sure you still want to do it? We good? All right, I'm ready to hump. You sure you still want to do it? We all right? You just gonna have to ask. Yeah, we was last week had some scheduling conflicts and this week, so that's why we on today. You know what I mean? Try not to miss a week at all. That's why we did Thursday. I wasn't gonna miss no 2 weeks. But this was, like I said, that was a very, very, and apparently, the person that made the post, she had to delete some comments off of the post because of some things that people were saying on the joint. So
If
that's
you've been raped, you should not be putting your shit on Facebook.
well, she didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't her saying that it happened to her. She
Oh
just
yeah,
posted,
because
she just
people are
posted a meme,
cruel,
and it was
bro.
just talking about. It was talking about the subject. You know what I mean? It was talking
Yeah,
about the subject.
people are cruel. They'll make you feel like you put a sign on your pussy and say, "Come over here and take my shit," just because you was drunk or you was over, you know, having fun or whatever. Um, I I don't care what happens in life. I don't know how you actually kissing this person, back kissing back, her rubbing on you, her, enjoying you. How do you even want that? If she doesn't even want you at all,
Right, right.
how do
That's
you even
real shit,
enjoy that?
yo. That's real shit. And like I said, like some of the things that I was told by females today, like it was weird. Like not necessarily weird, but I was like, so this shit really happens. You know what I mean? Like, and this really, really happens to like, because I would say I probably talked to like 9 or 10 female coworkers about it. And I want to say at least 4 of them said that they were put in situations where they felt like, I'm just gonna go ahead and fuck them, so that way it won't whatever. You know what I mean? And a couple of them are still even cool with the dude.
See that I don't get that shit.
Me neither. And
It's
I said,
hard.
don't you think
It's
that
crazy.
that empowers them to do that to other women? You know what I mean? Like, because you basically saying you cool with it if you
No, but
still dealing with them.
also, I no matter what happens, I
It
don't know if
absolutely
everybody
is,
believe
right?
about it, but I believe in soul ties.
And I
So if a person do have sex with somebody, like rape them or whatever, that person can have grow some type of feeling. Or
and
soul
that's
ties are not always bad. Soul ties are good as well, but um
that's exactly what one of the chicks said.
she could have
He was
soul
like,
ties with me.
I feel like me and this motherfucker are just gonna be connected forever.
Yeah.
She was like, I talk to him on social media. I don't talk to him on the phone. I see him every now and then if I'm out somewhere and he out. She was like, but it's never no long conversation. Never. She's like, but I just feel like, I said, so why not delete him on social media? She was like, I don't know. She was like, I honestly can't tell you why I don't.
Have you ever read have you ever
Yeah, I
read
read
the
about soul ties.
I'm
I
talking
know
about
about them.
it's like super long. It's a
I read
lot
about
of
them.
because like when I be talking to people, not everybody, but I'm gonna tell you most of the people that I talk to when we ever have conversation about soul ties, they only scratched the surface of it. They did not continue to keep reading. Most people think that like soul ties are the worst things in the world. They're not. Sex was actually meant
I
to
think
reproduce, but it
I
was
think it.
for I don't know. It wasn't for the way we sex. I don't think the intent of sex was supposed to be used the way we are. Um, there's only a few different species that,
Yeah, sex wasn't supposed to be used for pleasure.
yeah,
It was supposed to
it
only be for
wasn't for
reproduction.
pleasure. It was for reproduction.
Reproduction.
Um,
And then somebody said, you know what? A woman said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and lick on his penis
let me
and see what happens.
see
And
what
then
your
just the
balls
fucking
taste
world got
like.
set on fire from there. The world
And
was set on fire from
what
there.
made the first person to go down on somebody just say, "Let me try
This
lick your
dude was like, you
booty,"
know what? I'm gonna go down there and taste that motherfucker.
yeah,
It's
and
soft,
tell
it's wet.
everybody else.
I'm gonna see if it got a flavor to it. You
You
know what
know
I
what we
mean?
was
Like,
tripping off on this
that's
one
real
page
shit
we was
though.
talking about how because I had said it's like giving head is a trait now. Like people will be like, "Oh, what you like about him? Oh, he got. I mean, what type of man you like? Oh, he got be had this, he got had that, and he got to be willing to go down on me." And dudes be saying the same thing. Like, if she ain't giving the head, you can't have a good relationship.
That's why he bit the forbidden fruit.
That
Cause
was the fruit.
she clucked them off. She took that spike to the head.
No, the fruit
She
probably
clucked them
wasn't
off. That's why he ate the forbidden fruit, Talia.
it
She
probably
said Eve
wasn't
did it to
fruit
Adam.
in the
That's
whole
why
way. It probably was eating her.
she gave him some saliva knocker. She gave him that work. He was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and bite the apple. Go ahead.
Nah, what he
Go
should
ahead.
have done was he should have punched her in her forehead.
Go ahead and bite the
He
apple.
been the first Adam Turner. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
She said, you remember what I did earlier? He like, hell
Yeah,
yeah. She like, you want me to do that again? Hell yeah. She like, I do it even better on a full stomach. Girl, go ahead and eat that fucking apple. Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead. Eat that motherfucker. Please. Yeah, like that would be my wife could get me to eat forbidden fruit right after that type of thing
Nah,
happened. She could come to me and
I
say,
still don't
she could come
consider
to me
that
and say,
as
hey
a.
baby, bite this, just bite it. Here.
I
I'm
still
like,
can
what is
go
this?
without that, bro.
It's huh?
I can. I mean, like I
Hey,
said.
and I can respect that. I can respect that. I can
I mean,
respect
I like this shit, but it like
that you can deal without it. I respect
it
that.
ain't no trait that a woman got have though. Like I'm seriously, when you talk to people and like
I
I'm
don't.
in groups, when we be on them shits, they swear that they can't mess with nobody that don't go down on them.
I'm gonna say this,
And that's for both sexes, male and female.
and that makes sense what you said. I'm gonna did this gonna sound crazy as shit. Was did I think like, you know, when me and Cameron first got together, did I think like, man, I hope she know how to suck? No, yo, I didn't. I didn't. It was a lot of things that I
But if
thought
she
about.
can't suck dick, I'ma leave her. I don't care how
Yeah,
good she
yeah,
treat
yeah.
me.
Like, oh, that shit whack. I don't even know.
She
You
pay
don't.
bills.
Like, yeah, like you don't. You know, I didn't have a. I didn't have. Ashley said, "Good head is hard to find."
Ashley crazy as a motherfucker.
And yo, I love Ashley. Yo, she wild as a motherfucker.
She
Yo.
be on here
Hey, yo,
lunch.
but I mean, hey, look, man. It, you know, I can say that there was a time before where I was like, just stop, go, no, never mind.
Yeah, I can
It
dig it.
wasn't my wife. It wasn't my wife. But it's been times I was like, yo, just stop, yo, just stop. Let me cut this. I'm tired of seeing that shit pop up.